Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Leah, and this video is part of the 4th Friday Open Challenge with the theme of sunflowers. The 4th Friday Challenge is hosted every month by Lisa from Our Grey House and Sarah from Jujubeeee DIY. This month, they have asked Brenda from Rustic and Lace to be their co-host. I've left links to all three ladies' channels in the descriptions, along with a link for today's playlist, so it'll be easy for you to go over once you're finished here and check out everyone's sunflower themed creations. Full disclosure on this first one. I had already trashed the project because things weren't going well, but I decided to give it a second try. So, I have spray painted a Dollar Tree skull with 2X flat white paint from Rust-Oleum, and I spray painted a Dollar Tree candle holder with the metallic finish Rust-Oleum in bright copper. First, I'll explain how I messed up. I was trying to glue some sunflowers on the top of this skull, and as you can see, it was peeling the paint away. They weren't holding very well. But anyway, what I'm doing now is just using a utility knife and cutting out a hole on the top, and I'm going to make it more like a vase. So I want the skull not to be tipped back so far, and what I'm doing here is just gluing down a tumbling tower block to the back side of that candle holder, and that's going to lift up and make the skull stand up better. I put some hot glue on the front edge of the block and on the front of the candlestick and stuck it down, and it's so much better. Then I took some styrofoam, a piece of a styrofoam block, and cut a piece that would fit into the top of the skull. And then I started arranging my flowers. These are some orange and yellow sunflowers from Dollar Tree last year. I'm not sure if they have them again this year. So I just go around arranging, and I use the whole bunch of flowers. I think it was 6 flowers, something like that. And it had a couple of little gaps, so I filled those with some solid orange sunflowers. Now I'm going to make a little bow tie ribbon. This is some Dollar Tree buffalo check ribbon in black and white, and I had a little piece of the sunflower ribbon left from some I bought at Hobby Lobby, and I'm doing what people call the awareness ribbon, where you just cross the ends over each other and then pinch it in the center and tie that with a piece of twine. And once I had it nice and secure, I fluffed out the loops so all 4 of the loops would be showing. And then I glued it to the front of the candlestick, right under his chin. And the last thing is some gold teeth. I thought of this guy as a hippie pirate. This is a wreath I found on the curbside. It's kind of warped. It's more of an oval shape than round. But I brought it home, spray painted it black, and this is my 4th year of using it as a Halloween wreath. I'm going to have 2 different looks with this. And the first one, I'm gluing some white pumpkins at the bottom center. And then I'm also going to be adding some black and white buffalo check pumpkins. Now you can get similar ones at Dollar Tree on those white. The buffalo plaid, buffalo check, those did come from Dollar Tree. Next, I started adding in orange and yellow sunflowers. And this first look, I'm kind of spreading everything apart, covering the entire oval of the wreath. Then I added in some little white plastic skulls that I bought on clearance last year, actually. And then I took the last of my Dollar Tree black and white buffalo check ribbon, and I made a bow to go at the top. And I'm just going to wrap it around my hands to where I've got 2 loops on each side and 1 tail on each side. Then I took a piece of the narrow check ribbon and tied in the center there. I flipped out the loops on the bow and then glued it to the very top of this wreath. The last thing I'm going to do here is finish this wood cutout project that I started last year. I'm going to paint the hair with pewter gray, and this wood cutout is from Dollar Tree. And the hat that looks like a sombrero to me, who else thinks that looks like a sombrero? I'm going to paint it black, and these are all apple barrel acrylic paints. Of course, the skeleton part gets white paint and apple barrel acrylic. And then for the frame, I painted it a bright purple color to add some pizzazz, and the name of this is Purple Iris. And I painted both sides of this identical. Now, to add a little more depth or interest, you might say, to the hair, I took a white Posca paint marker and drew some streaks on the hair. And then I also took some purple puff paint and went around those circles that are on the outside of the frame. To add this to the wreath, I took some fishing line so it would kind of look like this is floating in the center of the wreath. Now here's look number 1. And now look number 2. Thank you so much for stopping by and watching my video today. Please remember to go over and check out the playlist for the sunflower collab. And until next time, bye-bye.